Hello and welcome to the Twitcher Life podcast, the show that talks all about birds and bird watching. I'm the president of Twitcher Life, Arnold. Today, I'm going to answer a few frequently asked bird questions. There have been a few podcasts with similar questions before. If you are interested to listen to that as well. This will be the fourth part. What should I do if I find an injured bird? If you find a bird that cannot fly or has a visible injury, the best thing to do is find a cardboard box, poke a few holes in it, and line the bottom with a paper towel. Gently place the bird inside and keep it on a dark, quiet place away from pets and loud noises. Then, immediately look for a licensed wildlife rehabilitator in your area. Do not try to give food or water yourself, as feeding can cause serious harm to an already stressed animal. Why do some birds have bands on their legs? Those little metal or plastic rings are part of a scientific project that took and still is taking place for decades. Researchers band birds to track their lifespans, where they travel, and how populations are doing over time. If you ever find a banded bird that has passed away or manage to get a clear photo of the numbers on a living one, you can report it to a banding lab. There has been a podcast about bird bands if you are interested to learning more in detail. Is it safe to use red dye in my hummingbird feeder? Actually, no. You should never use red dye or purchase the pre-mixed red nectar from stores. Hummingbirds are attracted to the red color of the feeder itself, not the liquid inside. Red dye has chemicals that could be harmful to these tiny birds over time with repeated exposure. Just stick to the simple, safe, homemade mix of 1 part plain white sugar and 4 parts water. There is no need for any food coloring, honey, or other supplements that could be harmful. How can I stop birds from nesting in inconvenient places like a dryer vent? Birds love cozy, sheltered spots, but a vent can be dangerous for both the birds and your appliances. The best way to prevent that is to install a vent cover designed to keep birds out while still allowing proper airflow. If they have already started building a nest, wait patiently until the babies have fully left before blocking the entrance, as many nesting bird species are protected under environmental and wildlife protection laws. Do birds have a sense of smell? This is a surprisingly common myth. While many people believe that birds cannot smell at all, most species actually have a decent sense of smell. In fact, birds like vultures and certain seabirds have a powerful sense of smell that they rely on to locate food across miles and kilometers of ocean or forest. Turkey vultures, for example, can detect the gases of a deceased animal hidden beneath a thick forest, which is something even many experienced birders find surprising. Can I keep a bird feather I found on the ground? This is a trickier question than it seems. In many countries, it is actually restricted or outright illegal to possess the feathers, nests, or eggs of native bird species without a special permit. These rules were originally created to stop commercial hunters from harming birds for their feathers. Even a single feather found incorrectly on the ground can fall under these protections. It's always better to take a photograph and leave the feather exactly where you found it to stay on the right side of the law. Why do birds sometimes attack their own reflections in windows? During the breeding seasons, birds like cardinals and robins become very territorial. When they spot their own reflection in glass, they mistake it for a rival bird trying to steal their mate or their territory. To stop the behavior, you can cover the outside of the window with soap or a screen to break up the reflection. The attacks usually stop once the breeding season ends and bird hormones return to normal levels. Do birds have ears? I've never seen them. They for sure do. Their ears are simply small openings located just behind and slightly below their eyes, making them easy to miss. These openings are covered by feathers called auriculars or ear covers, which protect their ear canal and help sound travel inward while also keeping the bird balanced during flight. Some species like owls have asymmetrically placed ears that allow them to find the exact locations of sounds with high accuracy. What is the best way to keep bird seed from getting moldy? Moisture is the enemy of fresh bird seed. To keep your supply in good shape, store it in an airtight metal or hard plastic containers in a cool, dry location away from sunlight. If the seed already in your feeder gets soaked after heavy rain, dump it out completely and give a feeder cleaning before refilling it. Moldy seed can make a bird seriously ill, so this small extra step is well worth the effort. How do I know if a bird is a resident or a migrant? A resident bird is one that stays the same general area throughout the entire year. A migrant is a species that is either just passing through on its way elsewhere and is only present during one particular season. You can easily check a bird's status by finding a range map in the printed or digital field guide. These maps typically use different colors to indicate the summer breeding range, the winter range, and the areas where the species can be found year-round. Hope you listeners liked the topic today and will share it with other bird lovers. So, with that, we have reached the end of the podcast. If you want to reach us out, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The channel name is Twitcher Life. Thank you so much for listening. Peace!